Like the video and subscribe right now, and Wizard Doggo will make tomorrow a good day. What if the coins you find randomly at the bottom of drawers and in between couch cushions are actually from spiders trying to pay rent? Me. You'd rather just be friends? That's great. I'd be happy to be just friends. Cool. I'm happy that we can be friends too. Me. Awesome. I have a new friend. I have a new friend. Relationship goals we can all agree. He's extremely proud of his painting. You are sad. Take this. Dutch supermarket chain Jumbo is fighting loneliness by adding slow lanes for the elderly to be able to go to the checkouts and chat with the staff. I heard my husband whispering to our daughter about ordering something on Amazon for her. Then I came home from the grocery today to this. Shout out to my nephew. His school had a millionaire bash for the kids that read over 1 million words in the school year. Celebs for a day. This morning my Starbucks is all women, so when I ordered it was all "I love your glasses. That drink is so good, have a great day babe." Which is amazing, show-stopping, incredible. But yesterday the same Starbucks was staffed by all guys and my interaction went kind of like this. First guy, unprompted. "We are trying to help John name his scorpion his cow walker. Leaning around him. Here's a list of names you should vote, or write your own." Me. "What? John?" Aggressively shows me picture of baby scorpion. "I will grant you entry to Thebes if you can answer my riddle. Who's a good boy?" Is it me? My sister came home from school one day and asked me to take her to the library so she could get books on sign language. She said there was a new kid at school who was deaf and she wanted to be friends with him. Today I stood beside her at their wedding, watching her sign I do. It's enough to make a grown man cry. A teenage boy giving flowers to Princess Diana with the help of his friends. 1989. After their flight from Orlando to Knoxville was unexpectedly cancelled, 13 total strangers rallied together to. These 13 strangers decided to road trip together after their flight got cancelled. There was no traffic. Everyone got along. Everyone pitched in. It was just seamless, one passenger said. Garbageman of Reddit. What's the most memorable thing you've found in the trash? Not a garbage man. But my dad was, before I was born. He's found old fishing lures, a gill of a watch, but most importantly, my dad was the driver who had this one girl's garbage route, and every time the girl would hear the truck she'd get all the last minute garbage from the house and take it out so she could get a good look at all the garbage men. And she was interested in my dad. She even scheduled her radiography classes around trash collection day just so she'd be home. When my dad noticed the trend, he'd often switch roles with one of the guys on the back of the truck so he could take the girl's last minute garbage from her and toss it in. This went on for months. One day, the girl's father locked her out of the house and said he wouldn't let her back in until she gave her phone number to one of the garbage men. Coincidental, this was one day my dad was driving. She took the trash up to the guy on the back and she asked him, "Hey, is your driver seeing anyone?" The guy yelled to my dad, "Hey Keith, are you seeing anyone?" And this is how my dad found his most valuable treasure, my mom, in the garbage. They've been happily married for almost 26 years. A baby. Pulling my hand. Me. Where are we going? Baby. Gibberish mixed with stomping and screaming. Me. You son of a bitch, I'm in. This isn't my garbage. But this is my planet. Art teachers of Reddit. What was the most frightening piece of art you've seen? Not an art teacher, but I had a student that all the other teachers were afraid of. They swore up and down he was going to be a school shooter or serial killer or something. He got transferred into my elective class because it was my first year teaching. No one else wanted to deal with him, and they knew I wouldn't protest. Anyway, this kid would ignore directions and scribble in his notebook. He wrote creepy poems and he always drew knives. He was obsessed with knives. After a few weeks of slowly building a bit of rapport with him, I realized he just enjoyed getting a reaction and shocking people by saying and doing odd stuff. So one day I just sat with him and asked him what was up with all the knife drawings. He admitted that his uncle forges knives as a hobby. I guess his uncle was like a father to him and he designed these knives and they'd work on actually creating them together. He brought in some actual pictures and was incredibly proud. He was actually a really funny, really cool kid who just had a tough home life. I hope he ended up alright. My little bro wants to be Ice Cube so bad. Seems like Ice Cube to me. Happy birthday little homie. Even sadder is that your name reminded me of an online friend who has the same username as you on Instagram. Aquasky. She hasn't been on for 2 years. I miss you, weeb. Bro. That's me. It's beautiful. A shop owner modified his attic to accommodate his cats. Now he is under constant observation. I don't wanna go to school today. Well, I don't wanna go to work today. Let's not make a habit of this, eh Rory? He was a punk. She did ballet. My girlfriend's dad. Anything you do to her I'll do to you. Me. Showers my girl with love and affection. Me. My girlfriend's dad. At a wildlife rehab facility I met two crows that said "core" in a human accent. They said it like a human reading the word core aloud. The tech shook her head and said, "They are making fun of us. People say core to them all day, so they've started impersonating us." I love crows. Saw that my student submitted their assignment late at 2:48 am, so I didn't bother opening it and just gave them a 20/20. I did this one time last semester and my professor emailed the next morning and literally said something like, "Please don't take my class this seriously. Always prioritize your rest and your well-being." I found the email and he said, "Jasmine, please be gentle to yourself. I noticed you submitted this assignment quite late. Your rest and well-being should be your priority, not my class." Obv. I still reach out to him from time to time. Mismatched sock normally give me anxiety, but not today. What I love is Muriel named him Courage when she found him crying and scared in an alley. She called him brave for simply existing despite how scary things were. He was a brave little dude just because he survived. Me. 7 years old, picking up a snail and run to let it know how it feels to move fast. I left my teddy in my room and the housekeeper did this. No one has a good music taste. We all have different tastes, and that's okay. This has made my day significantly better. Tuesday, the day you realize that nothing can stop you because you are a magic skeleton packed with meat and animated with electricity and imagination. You have a cave in your face full of sharp bones and 5 tentacles at the end of each arm. You can do anything. Magic skeleton. Prisoners in Indiana was rewarded with a cat for good behavior. This is a prisoner with his cat and the nice hat he knit for him. Our cats had a fight and my parents are trying to make them resolve it, lol. If nobody got me, I know this guy got me. Can I get an amen? Life has no meaning. Life has no meaning. Just a man feeding a kitten on the subway. Me. Dog. Me. Suddenly drops down 2 inches. Dog. I noticed there was a blank wall at McDonald's, so I decided to make this fake poster of me and my friend. It's now been 51 days since I hung it up. My husband purchased a world map and then gave me a dart and said, "Throw the sand. Wherever it lands, that's where I'm taking you when this pandemic ends." Turns out, we are spending 2 weeks behind the fridge. There's a new girl in my kindergarten class who's autistic, and it's like she's barely / not really verbal, but like I don't know, she opened up to me a little. I don't tell people I'm on the spectrum at work because they already treat me horribly because I'm the only POC there, but like she's a little Latina girl who I know exactly how she feels, and like I was like, hey Nina, if you don't wanna talk it's okay, just thumbs up or thumbs down if you understand the math problem, okay? So we sorta made like a thumbs up and thumbs down thing between us, and today it was the most surreal thing because I know they tell you to make eye contact, but I'm gonna tell you a trick. Look at their neck, chin, hair, and whatever is behind them. I don't like eye contact very much either. Thumbs up. And she said with the smallest voice, thank you for not saying I'm dumb, I wanna be the person I needed when I was her age. How she thinks she looks versus how thinks she looks. No war. They make a compelling argument. When the world seems dark, I remind myself that Mr. Rogers once got a letter from a blind girl who wrote that she had heard him say he owned fish, but she worried they weren't being fed. So at the end of every following show, he'd narrate, I'm feeding the fish just for her. Build small block house. Truly happy. Been working at a kindergarten last year. One day, not a single child showed up. Ova just started. Just spent the whole day building a giant building block castle with the other employers. Best day of my life. Why has no one ever shown me the second part of this meme? I like your art. Hey, thanks. Earlier this year a random number I don't recognize started sending me pictures of toads. European common spadefoot toad. True. Red American toadlet. Thank you mystery toad giver. Flowers toad. Thank you. Banjo frog. Achaea probalank. Yes. Does he play the banjo? Better. His own call sounds like plucking a banjo string, like bonk bonk. Or Yoshi when he eats an apple. Oh my god. Incredible. Okay, I have to know. Who are you? I send you toads. That is just as good. How did you get my number? I think I just had it. That's valid. Okay, I will continue to not save your number and just enjoy the toad content. Bonk bonk. What did your friend do that accidentally turned you on? Me and my roommate at the time get along well with this one girl. One day she came to our apartment for some video gaming. It was getting late. My roommate had already gone to sleep. I was playing Dear Esther and she was watching next to me. All of a sudden, she laid her head on my shoulder. I developed a major crush just from that. 8 years later, when I told her about that, she just said sheepishly that she was tired and there wasn't any intention. Sucked to be her. She's my wife now. Having a conversation with my grandma with Alzheimer's. Me, it was nice seeing you. Grandma, it was nice remembering you. Me, you remember me. Grandma, I don't remember your name, but I remember that I love you. I love your hair. Thank you. I love your dress. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna name her Judy. Or for Halloween our principal shaved his head and dressed like Gru. All the teachers were minions. I worked at McDonald's for 2.5 years, and I put 11 nuggets in almost every 10 piece I made. Had my grandpa over today. He's 84 and I'm 20. We were talking about trends and such and the discussion moved over to the Japanese somehow. Yeah, those cartoons they make are a huge industry over there. Their animation probably racks in billions each year and it's enjoyed by people all over the world. The animation was inspired directly by Walt Disney's work and made into a whole new industry. Really? Yeah, wanna watch one with me? Yeah, show me one. Show him the first episode of One Punch Man on Netflix. Holy shit, and on that was great. He especially liked the crab man and the kid with a pair of balls for a chin. We went out for ice cream after and I dropped him off home. Get a call about 30 minutes ago. And on I was trying to take a nap, but I can't stop thinking about that One Punch Man. Can we watch more tomorrow? Sorry to blog post, but I love my grandpa, and I thought this would be a nice story to share. What are A's experiences in introducing friends and family to anime? This is not a baby announcement. I just wanted to show off my wife. Look what I got you. Cool. But what is it? It's something girls usually wear when they do girls things. Awesome. Here's a photo of a cat seeing a Christmas tree for the first time. You're welcome. My guide dog in training visited a local school recently, which turned out to be school picture day. Today they sent me this. An old hobby. Me finally having the time and money to make space for it in my life. You're as beautiful as the day I lost you. My cat learned that the alarm sound means I wake up, and she snuggles on my chest right after. I've been setting my alarm 30 minutes early every day to give her more happy time. When you've become famous for your dissatisfied and confused face. But you're pretty cute and photogenic, actually. Release the dragon. No Jimmy, you're in timeout. Raw. She likes to collect rocks. The only thing I like about working at the movie theater is seeing this dad bring his daughter to Disney movies. Delivered a 450 grams baby. Told she was too small, had no chance. She kept stopping breathing, so stayed up with her for 2 nights rubbing her chest for every breath. Consultant said I was wasting my time. She just performed her first ballet as a healthy 6-year-old. It drives me crazy how humans are just meant to hold each other. How come when you hold someone's hand, your fingers just perfectly lock with theirs? How is it that when you hug someone, your face fits just right in the crook of their neck? How can your hands cup someone's face like that's their only primary function? It cannot be coincidence that our bodies are fully capable of holding another. We were designed to love. While waiting in line to see Santa, this baby fell asleep. When it came time for the picture, Santa told the parents not to wake him. My mom made 2-person mittens so my dad and her can hold hands on walks. Everyone. Canadians are the most polite people on earth. The Japanese. Hold my beer. After an historic victory against Germany, Japanese players left their changing room at Califor International Stadium like this. They even left behind self-made origami cranes. When my son was born, I created an email address for him. Every achievement and photo taken is sent to that email. When he is old enough, he will get the password and will have all those memories. Sharing this idea for those who may like it to do as well. Trainer, what are your goals? Me, to pet all the dogs. Trainer, no, fitness goals. Me, to be able to run fast enough to pet all the dogs. When a customer is eating a meal ordered extra spicy. Wanna go out tonight? Can't, it's my dog's birthday. Are you serious? I'm on a plane and the entire flight sat still, so that a man in the last seat at the back of the plane could get off and run to his next flight to try to make it to his twin daughter's first father-daughter dance. Everyone rooted him on and clapped as he rushed down the aisle. Her dad told her, if you marry that man you will never set foot in this house again. Mary soon learned that most people felt the same way. The first years of their marriage living in Birmingham were hell. No one would speak to them. They couldn't find anywhere to live because no one would rent to a black man and they had no money. But they didn't give up. Gradually life became easier. Mary got teaching jobs, ending up as a deputy head teacher. Jake worked in a factory and then got a job at the post office. Slowly they made friends, but it was difficult. Mary used to tell people, before I invite you to my home, my husband is black. Some would never talk to her again. Last year they celebrated their 70th anniversary and they are still very much in love and never regretted what they did. I adore my coffee guy. I always get a large coffee and at first I'd walk in and he'd be like, large coffee, right? But now he just does finger guns at me and goes large, and I'd be lying if I said that wasn't the best part of my day. Woman, 93, arrested as a dying wish after being good all her life. These best friends got the same haircut to trick their teacher, so she wouldn't be able to tell them apart. Today is the 1-year anniversary of my wife's passing. As I walked into my shop, I spilled my water. She gave me a reminder that today will be just fine. Back when Cartoon Network was at its peak, 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m., 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m., 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m., 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m. A fire burned 97% of this guy's body when he was a child. Now he's a firefighter saving lives. Stop shaming people for reading kids books. Adult books are about sad people having affairs, while kids books have magic tree house or a worm driving an apple. You tell me who's winning. When people travel to the past, they worry about radically changing the present by doing something small. Few people think that they can radically change the future by doing something small in the present. All dogs go to heaven. Couches of my childhood. My dad noticed I was stressed, so he 3D printed me a little wooden elephant. This is good. When you're anxious, but trying to act cool. Someone once introduced Jeff Goldblum to me at a party by saying, "This is Chris Kelly," and he exclaimed, "My God, of course." I couldn't believe it. He knew who I was. Then he proceeded to say, "My God, of course," to every person he was introduced to. I love Jeff Goldblum. My grandfather passed away today. Last night all he wanted to do was to have one last beer with his sons. I found a kitten on my construction site today. Zero work got done after that. Just 3 breathtaking people looking at each other. My dad is adorable and his bad jokes always make me happy. I thought you'd like to know that I'm outstanding in my field. Some cats bring their humans birds and mice. Oliver brings tea bags. Your pet decides if you go to heaven or hell. He knows you best. Remember when you left me home alone, saying that you had to work? Well, they don't have that here. We can play all day long. I missed you. Shout out to all the dads that are eating like this so their kids can eat at the table at home. A girl who understands your interest and love you the way you are, your future self hopefully. Why are you squeezing into a box? It's cozy. Let me try it out. Man, maybe it's a wrong box. Someone in our neighborhood makes their own honey and sells them in a box outside their home. Today as I put some money and picked my jar of honey, someone from the house yelled Guten Tag. Would you like to meet the bees? Like duck, yeah, I wanna meet some bees, and I met the bees. My mom always wanted to be an astronaut, and one year my dad surprised us all with a trip to Disney World, except once we got there, he drove us to NASA instead, and he surprised my mom with front row seats to a rocket launch and lunch with a real astronaut, and she bawled from joy. Whenever my parrot flips out and gets angry, I say, "Hey," in this soft, comforting voice and then talk to him gently. He calms down within seconds. I just got frustrated enough at something that I went, "Arg." My parrot said, "Hey," all softly and sweetly like a dozen times over the next minute. It made me feel better instantly. My parrot is better at conflict de-escalation than most people. Yesterday I overheard a little kid asking their mum why I was using a wheelchair, and the mum simply replied, "Well, maybe his legs need a bit of extra help. You can ask him if he's happy to tell you more." No shaming the kid for asking, no treating disability as a hush-hush topic. I'm sorry for calling so late last night, but I appreciate your being supportive. No problem. Just because you are grown up doesn't mean that I stop being your dad. I love you. Cheetahs are so shy that zoos give them their own emotional support dogs. Happy cheetah noises. Problem solved. Featured comment. Yeah, Game Boy, you have a smoking addiction and get extra breaks. I have a gaming/hentai addiction and don't get extra breaks. We are not the same.